Hello? 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 This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. I used to do it better than that. It sounds horrible. It's okay. I got Ruth standing over. She's my backup today. My wife's my backup today. So, today, hey, marriage preparation worksheet. I just did a podcast on it, and it's a long 30-minute podcast or so. A long one. Today I want to talk about getting prepared to get married. Say, for instance, you find your Filipino. Wait, maybe you found one online in U.S. or wherever country. It doesn't just need to be that. And you want to ask her questions. And you just say, oh, I forgot to ask that question. Or I forgot to ask this question. Or I forgot to ask that question. John from Phillies to Phoenix sent me this list. It came to him through his church. And he sent me this list. If you guys like to have this list, like 120 or so questions. I'll put John's link in this channel too. So, you want to shout out and give a shout out to him. And give him a thumbs up and subscribe. It's great. And please check out his channel. So, marriage preparation worksheet. Say you're getting married. Here's some questions you can ask. And we're going to kind of go through these. I know you guys don't like me dwelling on stuff too long, but what benefit did you see being married? Or how about being single? Do you see any benefits either way? Question number one. Yeah, that's a good question. Can you as a person be adaptable and flexible? Now, this goes male and female. Ask the same questions. You guys answer them, exchange your papers, and talk about it. And you can do that online. You can do it LDR. You can do it together. You can do it face-to-face. You can do it whatever you want to do it. Has the in-laws been informed about your relationship? And if they have, how did they feel? That's a good question. That's question number 3. How does your in-laws feel about it? Both sides. If you're unhappy, will you tell your friends or parents? Say you're in a relationship and say Ruth pinched me and I wasn't happy about it. Am I going to go tell my neighbors across the street or my parents that Ruth pinched me?
That's right.
So, or hurt me, or kicked me, or beat me. There you go. She said she's saying, no, on the side over here. That's right. I love my wife. So, really, do you talk? The main question is this: do you talk to your friends first before talking to your husband and or wife? You need to always talk to your husband and wife first before you go to any of your friends and or parents. Remember, give me 5 reasons. Give me 5 reasons why you're going to marry your fiance. 5 good reasons. One of the first questions that I asked Ruth, and she asked me, is you Christian? And if you are Christian, what are advantages, of being Christian? I already knew the answer. She did too. And she says, she asked me straight up, what do you expect and what do you believe? What kind of person are you? Are you going to leave me in 6 months? Are you going to go find someone else to leave me? Are you responsible? Are you trustworthy? Are you honorable? Are you a man of honor? Are you old-fashioned? Meaning, do you take care of your lady? That's the main thing. Filipinos, all women want to make sure that their man's going to take care of them. And be there for them. List 3 godly characters you have. And this goes for male and female. So 3 godly characters you have. That's a good question. And I'm doing these. There's 120 of them. I'm going to do like 10 or 15 of these today. And, so I can kind of get you guys thinking about it. Are you spontaneous as a person? Are you someone that actually are spontaneous? Say, okay, let's go to a park today. Or let's actually drive out of the state and let's go on a trip today. What kind of personality do you have? Are you spontaneous? This is an important question coming up next. This is so important. When you're in a room with people, can you communicate with those people? Can you talk? Can you associate? Can you talk? Are you timid? Do you walk away? Do you shy in a corner? Do you lock yourself in a room? Do you leave the room? What kind of person are you? Do you sit there and don't say anything at all? That's really important questions. A lot of Filipinos are timid and quiet and they won't say anything. Luckily, Ruth is a talker like me. She says that I'm a talker. She's more chit-chatter than daddy. Yeah. And Daddy's really a chit-chatter, but my wife is really a chit-chatter too. We're a lot alike. Do you feel like you're depressed at times and or discouraged at times? That's a question. Or as a person, do you feel like that you just can't stand, you got to be by yourself, you're alone, you're depressed? Do you feel those feelings? And if so, how often do you have those feelings? And will those feelings carry on into the relationship? And these questions, like I said, there's a lot of them. It's really heartfelt stuff here. You're going to really, if you answer these correctly, and she does, you're going to really know her. Because these are heartfelt questions that you need to ask her, and straight up, what kind of person are you? Do you know how many guys come here and because of the rose-colored glasses, they come and get married and say, okay? Look at the guy the other day. This is New Zealand. He goes back to New Zealand and leaves his wife here. Come on. Because she's on Facebook all the time. He gets mad about it. Come on. Talk to her about it first. Or take the phone away. Something. Or cut the service off. No internet at the house. Oh, no data? Well, don't you know what I mean? Just figure it out.
Throw away the phone.
Yeah, throw away the... Well, Ruth says throw away the phone. That's Ruth one time. What did that Daddy Tom do to a phone one time? I just bought an iPhone. I'll never forget it. And or had it for a period of time. Well, you know what? I didn't like what was going on there, so I got a hammer to the phone. I banged that phone up so bad, it's in pieces like this. Okay, here you go, Art. Here's your phone back. Now, we won't have a problem with that anymore. She went a year or so without a phone. Solve that problem. But really, you can do that. Are you the type of person you procrastinate about things? Do you wait to do things? Are you a person that say, no, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll do laundry tomorrow. It sits here for 2 or 3 days. I'll wait another 2, 3, 4 days. I don't need it. But no, are you type of person, I'll show up an hour from now. They'll be open still. It's 2 o'clock. It's okay. They'll be open till 3. It's okay. That's the thing. You need to find out what kind of person she is. If she's clean, hygienically, she takes care of herself. Is the house going to be taken care of? What kind of person is she? You need to ask those questions. Also, does she cook? Does she clean? And Tom, do you cook and clean? Yes, I do. Do I clean? Yes. Do I cook? Yes. Not all the time, but I can and I do and I will. Hey, live by yourself and learn to cook. You either have to stop by McDonald's all the time or at Subway. Do you like making decisions? Or do you have a problem? Do you have a problem making decisions on your own? And that's the thing. A lot of people will say, oh, I can make a decision. Well, your fiance may not be able to, and you might be able to help her along with that. Or she can help you along. Maybe you have a problem. Maybe that's the way. And that's what you have to find. You have to find someone that can accept you for who you are and expand on that. Expand on the relationship. Because not everybody's perfect. Me, where I falter, she picks it up. Where she falters, I pick it up. And we do that as a team. At least she knows who I am anyway. Here's something. Do you like being alone? Which I kind of talked about that. Do you like being alone? What kind of music do you have? And do you have to have that music on? There's a reason for this. All the time. Do you need music in the background, and why? Why do you need music? Why do you have to have music? There's a reason for that. And I'll let you guys decide what that is. Think about this. Why would you need a music on all the time? There is a reason for that. Do you have to have TV on all the time? Do you have to have noise around? Of course, the normal. Do you watch TV and football and all that stuff? You ask that question. How about this? This is really something. Do you have friends? How many friends do you have? Oh, I have many friends. I have many Facebook friends. No, I'm talking friends. Male and female. What kind of friends do you have? Can you call them at 3 a.m. when you're laying on the side of the road? Will they be there no matter what, thick or thin? Here's one I was going to say. Give me a list of all your happiest memories that you had. Some people say, well, hold on, I got to think about that. We should be able to spit them out really fast. You shouldn't have to think about it. Right? Sometimes what it's trying to do is try and find out what kind of personality you have. You guys understand that. And I'll close this out you know, do you feel yourself popular in school? Did you have friends? And if so, what kind of friends did you have? Were they someone that you could depend on? And what kind of friends do you have? And what kind of social groups you're involved in? Did you get to do sports? What kind of sports did you do? See here, well, they have them, but sports here is kind of like nil to none. I was trying to get R involved in this and this and this and this and this, and well, they don't have it. So, oh, they have basketball, a game a month, maybe if you're lucky. A couple of maybe they don't like physical education. They don't have. They have it, but they don't do any physical education. So, for example, go put your PE uniform on. Go outside. We're going to play basketball. We're going to run for an hour. We're going to do this for an hour every day. Do this for an hour every day. They don't do anything like that. If they do, they sit around the class and, well, the teacher didn't show up today. Well, where's he at or she? Oh, I don't know. She didn't show up last 2 weeks. So you have that. It happens all the time. Well, why didn't? Well, this is the way it is, Daddy. Science teacher didn't show up yesterday either. So that's the way life is. You have to realize you're not in a world that is constantly maintained by a accountability situation, and that makes it kind of sad. But I wanted to do this video today. I wanted to kind of give people ideas because there's so many that ask, you know, Tom, what kind of questions did you ask Ruth? Well, you know, I asked her, you know, so John sent me this probably a month or so ago, 2 months ago. And I didn't put it on because I wasn't really sure, you know, how to approach it. And then I realized, man, it's a simple thing. Just read them. I'll read the other. There's 120 or so questions. There's so many questions. We can get into, somebody wants a list, we can get John to send it, or I'll send it to you. We have it. John doesn't mind. Thank you so much, everybody, for always watching my videos. Thank you so much for coming on. The next video coming up is, I want to tell you, you guys got to stay tuned on this next video coming up. It's either going to be something, the fact is, part 2 to this, and I won't call it part 2 because nobody watches part 2s. How many of you guys watch part 2 unless it's a scary movie, right? But I'm gonna do a part 2, and it's gonna be either this, or I'm gonna talk about the actual living in the Philippines and how you can actually find insurance. How hard is it to find insurance? And it actually is kind of hard to find insurance. And how can we do that? So many guys are finding themselves in bad situations, and they thought they had insurance and they don't have it anymore. Well, yeah. What do you mean Aetna stopped doing insurance here? Last month, I just used it. They stopped. They don't use it anymore. They don't take it anymore. Well, you can use it, but not this hospital, or this hospital, or this hospital, or this one. But you can go to 500 miles away and use it down in Duma. So, guys, I want to thank you so much. So we're going to do a video and or insurance and or part 2 to something like this. God bless everybody. I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.